hands up. Totally.
This is Deuteronomy 32 and 26. I said, I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And that's clearly what's happened, man. You know, our remembrance doesn't exist in this world, man. We're not known as the children of Israel here.
That's right. That's right. Meaning you ain't gonna go to China and they're gonna be a sign. They're gonna be a sign there saying, yeah, Israelite foreigners here. You know. This is, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna be like that.
We're not recognized as that here, man.
Even though certain of them might know that these people in a certain area might, you know, they might have foreigners. They do that, you know, because you got that going on down there in India. They got them people they call the children of God. What they call the Dalits.
Yeah, the Dalits. Yeah.
So they know that there's something ain't right with them dudes. Like, you know what I mean? Right? They know them dudes are not really of their people, but they ain't sticking the sign on it saying, yeah, well, that's the children of Israel right there. You know.
That's the same thing that goes on in my so-called home country, Nigeria. They got the Igbo tribe. They cook, like, everyone in the whole of Nigeria, well, Yoruba specifically, don't get along with the Igbos. And that's down to the basic fact that they think they're different. Because they carry more Hebrew customs than the Yoruba tribe would. So you always have a certain different, like, they'll know for 100% know that there's something different about these people.
Yeah, who's them? You got them the Muslims. Who's the ones that are mainly Muslims over there?
It's mainly Hausa, the northern.
Yeah, them they're a bunch of Hamites.
Yeah, I know.
Them dudes are a bunch of Hamites, man.
The funny thing is, yeah, you see my boy that was downstairs just now.
Yeah.
His stepdad's a Hausa as well. And he even told me, because he knows about the truth as well.
Yeah.
I told him, he's like, nah, he's a Hamite man.
Yeah.
He even knew.
Because you know how I know? Them dudes are oppressing the I don't pronounce it right, Igbos.
Yeah.
They're getting oppressed over there, man.
Yeah.
And they're bigger. They're a bigger tribe. That just
they
shows
have more
you, man.
money as well.
They're a bigger tribe than them damn clowns. But guess what? The white man's with them Muslims to oppress the Igbos over there, man. So they exhibit the curses, man. Not to mention the fact that most of you boneheaded niggas probably came out of the Igbo tribe, man. That's what I don't understand.
They're foolish to the fact that Israel went into West Africa, man. Everyone should know that they went into West
I was watching
Africa
a video with this coon Danger Rat, and he admitted that. So what's your problem, man?
How is it ridiculous to think that there's still people there?
That's what
Israelites are still there.
Because they say the main tribes that were taken into slavery were the Ashantis. I'm only going to name the ones I know. Ashantis, Igbos, Yoruba, Fantis, all those types of Igbos, those type of tribes. Then if they took people, Hebrews, from those tribes, and them tribes are still left over in the west coast of Africa, what the fuck? How the fuck can you say they're Hamites, blood?
That's right, man. They still keep their Hebrew customs, man. A lot of the Hebrew customs they keep.
I was circumcised on the 8th day. My brother was circumcised on the 8th day. Everyone in my family gets circumcised. You know, it's just like, it's ridiculous. You
and they had New Moon celebrations.
Yeah.
And Igbo means Hebrew. Like, come on, what's wrong with you?
Igbo.
And you check the spirit. You fucking man.
These guys
give me Romans 8 and 16 again, bro. We gotta read that again. You niggas are not spiritual, man. You gotta unlock. Read that again, please.
Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are children of God.
The children of the Most High. Now, you niggas will go on like say the children of the Most High, or any heathen can fake the funk and be. Look, man, you can't fake me. You can't fake that. You can't fake the funk, man. Now, if you know anything about them Igbos, look, man, a lot of the superstars that come out of West Africa, really Igbos and Yorubas, man.
Yeah.
And Ashanti, straight up. You look at all the top footballers, the top basketballers.
Essien,
JJ Okocha, all them dudes who go toe to toe with Jake, man.
Who else?
They got flavour. They got flavour than a lot of them niggas have got more flavour than you.
Hakeem Olajuwon as well. He was a big Hall of Famer in basketball.
They going toe to toe. I know this brother will tear all you motherfuckers up on the court, man.
Yeah, man.
Tear all you motherfuckers on the court.
This a joke, man. I know a lot of fucking Yorubas, yeah, and they're the biggest niggas, the most They got a
cooning.
Judite spirit on them.
Yeah, they're coons, man.
They're coons. Because if you go, that's it. You go to the clubs, yeah. Go to a club in London, yeah, and tell me how many so-called Eurobars you see in the fucking club, acting like they're in America, popping champagne, being big niggas. It's the same fucking thing, man. It's evident.
It's evident, man. Because the Hamite can't fake.
No
doth not
way,
the scriptures
man.
say that Lord doth put a difference between an Egyptian and the children of Israel? But if the difference ain't colour, then what the fuck was the difference, man? These guys, let me get this, man. Revelations 12 and 15 says, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Now, we already know that the serpent's speaking about the so-called white man, right? And the water's speaking about what? His lies and his falsification of documents. Now, when you go into the history of Nigeria, the so-called white man, specifically the British, colonized Nigeria and so forth. What the first thing they did was, when they went over there, was start destroying records, man. Why? Because they basically they lied to the people in Nigeria about their own history, man.
Yeah.
That's why the average eyeball don't even know what the fuck it is to be an eyeball, man. Because the so-called serpent, the so-called white man, went in there and he fucking brought his lies in there, man. Why did he need to do that? If they were just Hamites anyway, why did he need to go in there, man, and do bare falsification of history?
It's just ridiculous.
It's just idiots, man. Now, am I saying that every person that's an eyeball is an Israelite? No, because let me put it this way: not every person that's a Jamaican is an Israelite.
Straight. That's the best way to put it. Isn't it? Yeah.
You gotta just say it straight. So what you gonna do? You gonna anyone that just came from the eyeball tribe over on the slave ships, they're Hamites, right? You dudes are ridiculous, man. It's just real ridiculous, man. Let me read on. Verse 16, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. That's why what bro, which is doing research and going into the true history of West Africa, and then you can identify certain tribes in West Africa, right, which are Hebrew, right? That's just how it goes down, man. Now, that ain't the only thing. Then you got to search out through the spirit, because you can't then just go and say, well, if you're an eyeball, then no, you can't do that, because you can't really do that with anyone.
Because you got tears.
You got tears. Yeah.
You got people that are walking around saying that they're African American, or they're Jamaican, or they're Brazilian or some shit, and they're fucking straight tears, man. Edomite babies. And they might not even look like an Edomite. That's what you have to take into account as well.
Yep.
That's why the word is the most important thing, man. Of discerning who the Israelites are, man.
The spirit. Because at the end of the day, it don't really look. Really, this is about the elect.
Yeah.
The elect are gonna get this word, this truth, the true doctrine, 100%, right? But if a dude, say the dude happens to be an Israelite, and he's from wherever he's from, and he don't get this truth, it don't fucking matter anyway. He's gonna get put to death.
That's right.
That's it.
The Lord ain't sifting out the 2/3 niggas.
And this is the other thing as well. You know, you might have some heathens that are out there that look completely heathened out, but they got the spirit of Jake on them, man.
Bruce Lee, man.
Oh shit! Don't say that.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm saying you could have that, man. You know, because you know you got some Jakes that are presently in this, like, they come from the same line, but they act like nerds. They're completely.
Get Hosea 8 and 8, because you got one thing you got to learn about Jake is Jake a chameleon, man. Jake could act like the other nations and blend in. People do that. People do things to fit in.
Yeah.
You understand? But the thing is, the heathens can't copy us to fit in amongst us. Like.
I got something to that.
Bring it.
Jeremiah 10 and 16. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Yeah,
that's not. Didn't the dude that invent the internet, wasn't he from West Africa? He's a Nigerian, wasn't he?
I'm not even sure yet.
He was a Nigerian, man. And you know how he invented it? He actually studied beehives, man. And that's how he set up the network like a beehive. You gonna tell me he's a Hamite? Is that what you gonna say to me? That dude was a doo-doo eating Hamite?
You know what? They're probably just gonna go on a comment board and say something like, "We ran you out of Brixton."
Oh yeah, they're gonna. But you know what?
You know, chat shit.
Don't even demons, man.
Hey, full hate knowledge, innit, man?
Yeah, that's it.
Fools hate knowledge. A whole heap of inventions came out of West Africa. First of all, I'm gonna tell you something. Nikola Tesla was an Israelite, man. That dude was a brilliant man. You dudes are clowns, man. That's what you find. You saying Bob Marley's an Edomite. Bob Marley had more flavour than every single one of you motherfuckers in that class, man.
Fuck me, man.
Bob Marley had pure more flavour, man, than any of you dickheads in that class, man. People dust you, mans, when it comes to flavour and spirit, man.
Because he had the Israelite spirit, man.
They're trying, and they're gonna probably say they could fight Bruce Lee or some shit. Take one of his kicks or some shit, man.
Hey man, I was watching one of Bruce Lee's films the other day, man. And that dude was, look man, you had bare gooks in the film with him, and he just stood out. Like a sore thumb. The dude, them other dudes like, you know how gooks are. And Bruce was just like, he had that, you know, that spunk, you know what I'm saying?
Spirit, man. He had that
spirit, yeah.
That spirit.
Because your spirit, guess what? Your spirit manifests in your physical, man. The spirit manifests in the way you walk. The spirit manifests in the way you talk, the way you dance, man.
Even his pops was a dancer as well.
The elders brought out. He was a ballroom dancer. He was salsa.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, well, yeah.
He was dancing salsa, man. Winning competitions too.
That's what I'm saying, and that comes from the Lash tribe as well.
Manasseh, man. So what are you saying to me? What, we're no longer the princes of the Most High, so a heathen could get up on our level?
That's fucking ridiculous.
You dudes are fucking. Get get that.
Hosea chapter 8 verse 8. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure.
Right. So you gonna get Israelites, right? Because what you gotta understand about Israelite, even the nature of people like to fit in, man. When you go me, I'll just say it straight. You see me, right? I could when I was back in the world, I could hang with anyone, you know. You see that? I could par with I could par with Edomites and that and just chill. And them Edomites already try because you're cooler, you're a bit cooler than them, but you could chill with them and you know on whatever level they're on, you could be on that level. Now you got certain niggas that'll hang around with some white boys and act just fucking like them. They grew up around some fucking white boys and they act just fucking like them exactly, man. But you know what, man? You fucking test that nigga, you gonna see the spirit come out. The spirit is gonna reveal itself, man. Because you might get a fucking, you know, we just gotta give examples through the spirit, man. You might get a white boy, right? He's hanging around with a group of white boys, right? Now, that white boy is an Israelite. Now, he knows certain thing about white people. One thing he knows is that white people can't dance. Yeah. So, he ain't gonna dance. If you grow up around and you know certain things, you're gonna conform to the way that everything is around you. Now, next thing you know, something might happen now. You with that white boy now, some tunes start popping and the spirit jump on him, and he starts dancing like a fucking Jake.
I had a video of that as well recently on Warsaw Hip Hop. One white girl at one college, like it was like one of them homecoming, but the girl was popping her back off like ridiculous, bro. She like one of them booty shakers, like on a ridiculous
level.
Hey,
the spirit just comes out, man. That's how it is, man. The spirit reveal itself, man. That's what you dudes don't understand. But it doesn't work the other way. It does not work. You ain't gonna get Edomite growing up around black people. He might try and talk the same, but his spirit ain't gonna be right, man. Yeah. He's a faker of the funk, man. Like, what's his name? Collie Buds, man. I'm telling you, that dude is faking the fucking funk, man. That dude you ain't gonna see him in the, you know how I know you ain't gonna see him up in no video whining down no girls, man. He don't do that, man. He don't move. He don't like to move. Because your spirit comes out in the way you move, man. It's just, you dudes, man, it's spiritual. But certain things you can't explain to these dudes, man. You just gotta bring the scriptures. Tobit 3 and 4. For they obeyed not thy commandment, wherefore thou hast delivered us up for a spoil, and unto captivity, and unto death, and for a proverb of reproach to all the nations among whom we are dispersed. You see it there? It's plain, man. Let's get the Psalms on. But let me just get to the point. Let's get Baruch. There's a lot of meat in this thing. You got anything you got to bring?
I'm holding them first, Edris 8.